Hey guys, it's vf.miniatures Battle Reports. Today we're playing a 2000 points game between my Khorne Demons and Adeptus Custodes, the new Codex. Anna, say hi.
Hi.
And we'll see you in the game. We are playing Dawn of War and Scorched Earth, so this is Leviathan mission L, and this is chill and rain, so no extra mission rules involved. So here's my 2000 points of Khorne Demons, Chaos Demons. I really like the style of all melee Khorne, well, all melee apart from 3 cannons that I have, and I really think that whenever you can have shooting in a melee army, you should have that, because that just allows you to have so much more flexibility than a purely shooting army. So we have 3 big demons here. One is Be'lakor, of course, which I think he's a must-have for any Khorne demon army because of his aura of alone up within 6 inches of him, and also the aura of Shadow of Chaos. Both are very important for a bunch of rules interactions. I have 2 Bloodthirsters, one of them with Argarth King of Blades enhancement, the other is without, so this one with the smaller size of the melee weapon. I also have a unit of Bloodletters with the Skulltaker, so they will be my deep strike force trying to get to Endless Home objective perhaps, or something like that. Because we have the 3-inch dip strike stratagem for 1 command point, so we also have that capability with Khorne demons in general. 3 cannons, as I said, providing the shooting for us, 3 units of 3 blood crushers, and 2 units of 5 flash hounds for the secondary objectives and just to keep the home objective safe. I think they are pretty good for that. So this is my 2000 points of Khorne Demons, pure onslaught, carnage and destruction. That's how it always should be with Khorne. Okay, Anna, so please tell us about your 2000 points list of Custodes' new book.
So I'm playing Shield Host Detachment. We have 2 Land Raiders.
Okay.
We have 2 squads of Alaris guys, and they are going into Land Raiders.
Your favorite Alaris guys,
yes.
right? Okay.
We also have Canis Rex, and he doesn't want to hear shit from you. He said he identifies himself as a Custodes.
Yes.
Of course, Sir Hector.
Over here. So
yeah.
The owner of this very royal knight. Okay.
Yes, we have Calidus.
Calidus, yes.
Eversor.
I do have the Eversor in the list.
He, Calidus, Captain, and my sisters are mostly for scoring and for secondaries in this list.
So tactical stuff, right?
Yes, tactical stuff.
So you have 2 units of 5. Sorry, 1 unit of 5.
5 and 4.
5 and a 4. Okay.
Yes.
Are you gonna keep them on the table, or are you gonna put them in reserve?
One of them. I'm going to put one of them in the reserves.
Okay. So strategic reserves, cool.
Yes.
Okay. So that's, as you can see, a very elite list. So just compare the size of this thing to this list, right? It looks so much smaller. The size would not really change if we were to change the knight into, I don't know, a unit of Venatari or something, because the knight costs 435, so 435, where Venatari 6-man costs 400. So it's essentially the same footprint of a unit, and the list will be still extremely small. So I think what we will see by the end of this game is that Custodes really need to have a discount, because now when they don't really have great rules, and I think we'll be on the receiving end today of the not so good Codex, even though we really tried with this list to overcome the lack of durability, thanks to the Land Raiders and the Knight, which is, that's funny, because that's essentially 500 points of not Custodes in a Custodes army. The reason is Custodes are not as good anymore.
I have a feeling that it's going to be a very fast game.
Well, with Khorne it usually is. So I either just break my force against your unmoving wall, or I break through it. There is only 2 options there. Amidst the iron sands and rusted relics of Mars, the echoes of an ancient conflict reverberate once more. Be'lakor, Dark Master of Shadows, leads a brutal charge with his Khorne Demons, intent on overpowering the Martian defenses to capture relics of destructive warp potential. His army, a wrathful tide of bloodthirsters, blood crushers, and ravenous flesh hounds, is drawn to a strategic location signaled by the apparent presence of Adeptus Custodes. However, the Custodes, led by a strategic genius bearing the Castellan's mark, execute a masterful deception, utilizing the relic's abilities to Venerable Land Raiders thought to be at the heart of their force are merely holographic lures. In reality, they swiftly maneuver across the Martian landscape, repositioning to encircle the demon host unexpectedly. Andras Takacs, commanded by Sir Hector, and a duo of assassins, Caldas and Eversor, exploit the chaos, targeting key demonic threats. Sisters of Silence, their presence anathema to the warp-spawn foes, secure the rear, silencing the psychic cries that attempt to rally the demonic forces. As the Custodes engage the demon horde, their strategy unfolds brilliantly, with each move as precise as a game of regicide played against the dark gods themselves. Amidst the Martian ruins, the clash of divine Imperium might and infernal chaos writes another chapter in the eternal war for the galaxy's soul. So here we are deployed. Let's first look at what I have done here. I have essentially deployed all of my shooting stuff on the sides and most of my fighty demons in the center. Be'lakor, within 6 of him, both the Bloodthirsters and 2 3-man units of Blood Crushers and 1 Fleshhound unit, which they're going to stay there on that objective, hopefully, for the entire game. Anna, please tell us, first of all, your deployment zone looks quite empty to me. It looks like you forgot to bring your army to the game.
Yeah.
What is the reason for that?
So I'm sneaking behind the ruins, but you can think, and y'all and Raiders are in pretty vulnerable position. And I'm going to say to you that I have, what's the name?
Castellan's mark.
Yes, Castellan's mark. Thank you so much. Enhancement. That it gives me the ability to change my deployment.
For 2 units.
For 2 units, yes.
After we know who's going first.
Yes.
So
that's
you will be able to
crazy.
escape my first turn charge, which I'm hopefully going to be able to do. I don't know.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm keeping my distance, and that's all the tactics.
That's smart. Where do you have your smaller units? So you have Eversor over here,
Yeah,
right?
so yes, and we have a captain here.
Captain? Wait, Captain? And what about sisters? Oh, over here.
Oh yeah, sisters of
And
course. And
Caldas.
Caldas, yeah.
Okay, so you have very elite force, which means that you are bound to be successful. I'm sure.
I don't think so.
Okay, so let's roll off to see who goes first. Can you use my dice?
Of course.
I'll
Sure.
bring you your pink dice in a moment. So, good luck and
Good luck
have a
to
great
you as
game.
well.
5 and a 6. Okay, so
Okay.
I go first. That means we'll see how Anna is gonna. You know you can take them away from the board if you want to. I'm not saying you should.
I don't want to.
Okay. So that's my turn 1 movement phase, and we will do a little bit of shooting, and there are probably going to be no charges now. So I decided to play KG because I know what Anna is trying to do. She's trying to bait me into going into the center and then moving with her Land Raiders and charging me. Is that the plan, Anna?
Yes.
So that's why she deployed to the very edge of the battlefield to make sure that I cannot charge her turn 1. And that is a wise move, though I will be hopefully wise as well by not going closer to her. So I stay 28.5 inches away from her Land Raiders, meaning that she will not be able to shoot me because I've enacted the Shadow of Chaos, or whatever the ability the Be'lakor has that allows me to be untargetable outside of 18 inches. These guys can be targeted, these guys are also a bit closer, so she can technically, I think, with the 10-inch move get within 18 of them. But those are not the important ones, those are not the ones that will be doing most damage, hopefully. Plus, I've deliberately taken 2 objectives here, and I've kept a lot of units within 6 of Be'lakor, so I can, if I want to, at the end of her turn, remove the units that are in my Shadow of Chaos, which they will be, and put them in reserves, where I then can dip strike them within 6 inches, again if I'm within Shadow of Chaos. So that's the combo we have going on here. Everything here stayed pretty much the same. The cannons have moved out to be able to draw line of sight on the Land Raider. It's the worst target ever for them because he's in cover, so I will be essentially shooting at a 2+ save, which I'm not hoping to do any damage, but that's better than not shooting anything. And there's no real reason for me not to move them out, to be honest. So that's...
And I wanted to add that the guy with the snowboard did his 9-inch move.
So that's the Everstore for those who don't know who guy with the snowboard is. By snowboard, Anna means this the piece of metal over here. Okay, from now on he's the guy with the snowboard. In terms of cards, I've drawn Deploy, Teleport, Homer, and Behind Enemy Lines. These are the worst cards I could have possibly drawn for turn 1 because I have no way of getting into Anna's deployment zone. Now, I have all ways of getting there turn 2 onwards, but not turn 1. So that's a very just bad draw, but I'll still get a command point, so it's not that awful. Speed up the process with the shooting, considering I'm shooting all 3 cannons into the same Land Raider over there. I'm gonna...
This one?
Yes. I am gonna just roll them all at once. That's 3d6 plus 6 shots in total, hitting on 3s. Stu, would you like to do -1 to hit on them, on it?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay. It's a pity. I wish you spent the CP. Okay, so that's 6 plus 10, 15 shots. 15 plus 6 is 21. Yeah, not bad. So that's 21 dice over here, hitting on 3. Wow. I guess they're very rusty from the stain in my plastic boxes where I keep the models. I've not played this army in like 6 months. So, wounds, 2 wounds against your Land Raider. No, 3 wounds.
Okay.
There it is, next to 6. 3 wounds, AP -1, which is AP 0 because you're in cover. And that was an absolutely useless shooting phase, which that's to be expected. That's the Land Raider in cover, and that's AP 1 gun. So that's why, boys and girls, keep in mind the AP and always have AP better than 1 if you want to play against elite armies.
I'll take up my Custodes in the sky.
Yeah, you are correct. That is the end of my turn. Thank you for predicting that. I'm not going to do anything else. I don't think I have anything else to really do now. By the way, I've left my Bloodletters over there in reserve, so they are going to wait their opportunity to strike later. So that's now Anna's opportunity to do her shtick, so we'll see. So here we are at the end of Anna's movement phase. Anna, please tell us what you did in your turn. What is your plan?
So, first of all, I've drawn Extend Battle Lines and Clans.
Okay, so...
Which is great. Because I will do both of them, I think. Yes. Yes, I should.
You should, yes. You are poised to fulfill both secondaries, I think, here with the Everstore and with the Captain over there. You will...
No, Captain, no.
No, that's for just to get a...
He will charge your dogs.
But he will capture the objective if he kills them, so...
Yes, so my plan is to prevent you from getting Shadow of Chaos in No Man's Land. Yeah, so I decided to stay here because...
You shuffled your cannon strikes a bit, right?
Because my weapons are big and powerful. So I'm staying here and I just want to kill everything on the objective.
Okay. So that's my 3 Blood Crushers over here, and those 5 Flesh Hounds. Okay.
I think my captain will deal with them.
Well, he only has 6 attacks and I have an invulnerable save, so I would recommend to have some shooting, start shooting at them, probably. Unless you're afraid of...
No, because you will make my charge worse.
Yeah, that is also a consideration.
Yeah, so...
But you are very unlikely to kill the whole squad if you only have a captain. If you only attack, so you'll think about that.
But if you
if you start shooting them, yes, I will be able to.
Yes, if you choose the first 2 in the front row, if you choose this one, I won't be able to charge you.
Well, yeah. Though, so what you can do is you can kill 1. If you kill 1, then I will remove the closest one, but this one will be still quite close, so you'll make your job easier by 1.
No, I think it's gonna be 8 in charge instead of 7.
And that's a big difference.
Yeah, that's a big difference. So I'm probably won't play.
So you're gonna risk it for a biscuit.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that's perfect plan.
Raiders.
Custodes, you left her where?
I left her somewhere in the
upper atmosphere.
Skies. Yeah. So.
Okay, so now we shoot.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Where do you start your shooting?
Probably Land Raider. This one will shoot here. Okay.
So Anna decided to start with that Land Raider over there, just because this one has a bit more options in terms of shooting. He can also fire this squad of Blood Crushers, unlike that one. So okay, this one targets them.
Yes.
Okay. Good luck.
So 3 shots. Thank you.
That's heavy bolter, I assume. 3 shots of
less
heavy bolter.
cannons.
No, less cannons is 4.
Oh, so
4
sorry,
shots.
yeah.
Okay, so 3 hits. And wounding me on 3s because I'm toughness 7.
Oh my god.
Wow. I'm gonna check. I'm pretty sure I'm toughness 7. Now, please roll the heavy bolter. And he's still recovering from that tragedy. I'm sorry. 3 shots of... Maybe you'll kill a guy with just a heavy bolter. Who knows? Well, how do you expect a Land Raider to fire when he's sideways?
Like this.
Please show us again. That's perfect. So 3 shots with 6s exploding.
No, I've already rolled.
Oh, that's a shame. You have 2 6s.
Yeah.
Wound roll.
These are.
Yeah, so you wounded me twice, and twin linked you rerolled the 4. You need a 5. Wow. Okay, that's 3 wounds. You actually kill a guy. Can you imagine that?
Okay.
That's 4 damage. It's exactly how many wounds he has. Hunter killer missile.
Yeah.
1 shot hitting on 2s, and this time wounding on 2s because it's strength 14.
Okay. Okay.
Good
Thank
thing.
you. Thank you.
That's a fail. D6 damage.
4.
Exactly 4. Perfect. So pretty much Land Raider did enough, I think. Yeah, I think not bad. And now you have the second Raider in Canis Rex.
So what's the
Invulnerable save on them?
no?
What's his
the
shooting?
range of
Range of his, I need to check, I think it's 24. So the glorious Shield Captain on the Dawn Eagle jet bike decided to put his missile into the lone Blood Crusher.
Yes.
So 1 shot hitting on a 2+. Okay, he's too busy maneuvering around the ruin. We'll forgive him for that. And now, oh my god. You need to roll the Land Raider, right?
Yes.
So, and I will think how to split the shooting, because split fire always works. Now the second Land Raider, and I was pondering for a while to how to split the shooting. What's your decision?
My decision is I'm going to shoot everything except for Hunter Killer into this guy.
The remaining Blood Crusher.
Yes, and Hunter Killer will go into this squad.
Okay, got it. So 4 last cans.
Yeah.
Okay, all hit.
Okay.
And wounding on 3s. 4 2s incoming. Wow. I think I have a 4+ invulnerable save. No. Okay, D6 damage +1. So you need a 3+ to kill him. It doesn't really matter. If you roll a 3+, he's dead. So.
Okay, maybe I want to reroll that. I need to think about it.
Yeah, okay. So Anna decided to re-roll that for a
Yeah,
command
it's just
point.
the Custodes don't like the army rules so much that they're like, we're out of here.
They decided to protest
Yes.
with bad rolls. Wow.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry, Anna. So he is down to 3 wounds. Oh, that was painful. I'm sorry.
I want to quit.
Oh, well, it's actually 2 damage still. So you need 1 heavy bolter shot to be successful in order to kill him.
Okay.
So it's not that bad. You've done something, right? So
Oh.
that's 2 hits. Sorry, 3 hits because
Yeah,
of
3.
6 exploding 6. And wounding on 5s with rerolls. 2 rerolls,
Okay,
2 wounds. So statistically he should die. But Khorne cares not about statistics, so he survives. And you still have 2 shots with the heavy bolter. With the storm bolter.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
I do?
Yes. Pintle mounted storm bolter. 2 hits
Okay.
and 1 wound. It's a fail, but it's damage 1, so I still am alive and 1 wound remaining. Wow, that's annoying.
That's awful.
Okay, so the Hunter Killer missile.
Now I see the error of my ways. I needed to
Not
use
split
my,
fire.
Yes, Hunter Killer. Also.
Yeah, usually in this situation, guys, when you really need for tactics purposes, when you really need to kill something, and trying to go for 2 targets at once is not going to give you a really big tactical advantage. It's not very important. Don't really worry about wasting shots. Even if you kill the wounded target on the first shot, it's still going to be good because that was your plan all along, to fulfill some sort of secondary or tactical objective. If you're going to try to do what Anna did here by saving that 1 Hunter Killer to go for the second squad, which she already has Canis Rex to go into, it might end up like what we have
Yeah,
seen here.
but I was extremely unlucky because
Yes,
I
very
had,
much so, yeah.
Yeah, I had this shooting and I had this
The
shooting.
whole
and-
Land Raider,
yes,
yeah.
it's-
But that
that's
happens
weird.
sometimes
That's
when you don't have
weird.
rerolls, yeah. Okay, so good luck with
So,
the Hunter
yeah.
Killer. At least you should
Thank
kill one guy here.
I hope so.
Hits. Wounds, what is it? Wounds on a 2+. Yes, and on a 6 nonetheless. Is that yes, that's a success. Well, at least you would not have done anything to him as well. So
Yeah.
don't worry about that. Now you have Canis Rex and you have some important decisions to make.
Yes.
What's your choice, Anna? With your last shoot in Canis Rex, where is he gonna shoot?
So it's probably gonna be an overkill, but
Yes.
I decided to use everything against this guy because I can't risk it.
Yeah, I understand, and I think that's a wise decision and also probably a good learning experience for you, right? You've learned from your previous mistake.
Yes, I've learned that Custodes are weak.
They're not weak, they are just, how should I say it? They are a bit depressed. They need to gather their
they're
strength.
weak in the game.
Yes, not
They're
in the
not
story.
weak in the story, yeah, and that's awful.
Yeah, and by the way, Anna, do you have any female Custodes in your army?
No,
No.
no.
All of them are men. For some...
Custodes, yeah. Custodes.
Well, she's not a Custodes. She's a...
Well, she's pretty much a Custodes.
Yeah, is she?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, that's good. So, okay, so she's an honorary custodian, but everyone
Yes.
else is men. Just so we're clear. So, D6 shots from the, what is that, Preceptor laser? Les Impulsor. That's Les
Yeah,
Impulsor.
something like that.
Les Impulsor, D6 shots?
Of course, 6.
Six, of course, yes.
Yeah.
Of course, we need that for one wound remaining
Oh
blood
my
crusher.
God.
Hitting on 2s with a bunch of... you have
Yeah,
3
thank you.
explosions.
Thank you.
And you need to add 2 dice to that.
Yeah, 2 more.
And you are wounding me, I think, on a 3+. I'm not sure if it's for strength 14 as well. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's
either way,
either 7 or 8.
You're dead.
So that was the overkill of a century, because that's 8 wounds. Wow.
But
Wow.
but you're dead anyway, right?
Well, if I don't spend a CP here.
But, no.
If I don't spend a CP here.
No, but you're dead, right? Please. No.
I'm spending a CP, Anna. I think she's gonna divorce me after this game. Anna, will you still love me?
I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Depending on the result of this roll, right?
No, of course I
Okay,
will
so
still
hopefully I'll
love
fail.
you. I have multi-laser.
Just imagine that for a second. The crater around this blood crusher, and he's like, "I'm still alive." The most annoying voice ever.
Oh
so you
my
still have the
God.
multi-laser. Please finish this annoying guy off. I'm rooting for you, Anna. Wow, 8 4-up and vulnerable saves. Wow.
So 4 shots, right?
4 shots, yes.
Okay.
So you hit
yeah,
4
that's
times.
an additional.
Yeah, you have all the dice. And wounded on 5s. 2?
Yeah, 2.
Okay. Wow, that is something. Just let's take a second to look at this champion of Khorne over here. I'm sure after this battle he will be promoted to Demon Prince, if not Greater Demon of Khorne, because that is a feat of glorious strength and will and durability, everything.
Yeah, I think I know what your favorite unit of the game will be.
Yeah, definitely. Him. Not just the blood crushers. Him specifically.
Yeah, you should mark him.
Yeah, I should. I think I only have one guy with an instrument. With
Okay.
This thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is not nice. That is
No.
definitely painful. I am very sorry. That should not have happened. You still have a chance to. First of all, I still can fail the battle shock. Yes, I will get +1 to that, but I can fail it. And you have a chance to kill the entire unit of hounds with the captain. So
Okay, let's roll the charge roll right
for
now.
the captain? Yes, let's
Yeah.
do that. Yeah.
So
It's a 6. You need a 7, right?
yeah, and I've spent my CP
No,
already.
it's a different phase, so you still can.
But I have only one CP.
No, you had 2 CP.
Oh, I have 2.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
You have one. You have one more CP. Wow!
They just refuse.
They refuse to play. Yes, that is awful. Anna, what happened? Captain, what happened here?
I
Oh, that's
think-
definitely a 16
I
shot.
think they're too cute, and he wants to.
Oh,
pet
I'm sure he
them
wants to pet the nice.
Yeah.
Just look at this
instead of fighting
this
them.
cute dog.
Yeah, I understand.
It's almost like a
him.
Chihuahua. There's no
Yeah.
real difference.
Yeah.
A 300 or 400 pound Chihuahua with blood in its mouth.
So
This has
okay,
enough.
I'm ready to be killed. Please go ahead.
Okay, so what did you accomplish with your scoring? At least that.
No, actually, I accomplished
Both cards, right?
Yeah, both cards, and cleanse I did for 3
Mm-hmm.
victory points, and extend battle lines 5. Okay,
I'm not gonna
that's
ask if you're
something.
happy with your turn. I'm pretty
Please
sure
don't.
I
Please don't.
know what the answer would be. So let's
Yeah.
see what I do in my turn too. We're discussing with Anna how that happened, and Anna
Yeah.
just explained that just because this guy was hiding very
Yes,
proficiently.
yes.
Anna, please show us how. That's how he was hiding. So he dodged a whole Land Raider and Canis Rex
Yes.
shooting. Oh, and another Shield Captain as well. Just add
Yeah,
that to the
so
mix.
just-
That's about 1,000 points worth of shooting.
Yeah,
Well, not a bit less. So Canis is 435, Land Raider is 240, so that's like 600, almost 700, plus a Captain, which is like 850. So it's almost 1,000.
Yeah, it's almost a half of my army.
Of points, we are 0 to 8 in favor. She scored extended lines for 5 and cleanse for 3. I have 1 CP because I've used the Realm of Chaos stratagem. I forgot the name totally. So I have removed 2 Bloodthirsters from the tabletop. And Anna, did you want to say something to us about that?
Yeah, I wanted to say that my cat has decided to poop on the stratagem, and now it's gonna cost you 2 CP.
Yes, so Anna has made the stratagem more expensive.
Yeah.
And now my Bloodthirsters are in space. I'll remove them shortly. So I have 1 CP and I'll go up to 2 command points in my turn.
That's actually why she goes in the sky every time.
So
Because
that she can tactically poop on my
yes,
units.
Yes.
That would be extremely annoying. If I was a Bloodthirster of Khorne, a greater demon, I would be very upset if someone so pathetic as a Caldas
No,
was doing that.
she's not pathetic.
She is a
Don't-
superpower girl,
Don't
right?
say that. Yeah.
Mhm.
She is.
So here is my turn 2 movement phase, and everything is not looking great for Custodes. I have used my deep striking within 6 inches ability, and because Anna was unable to get me off of the objective in the center,
Yeah.
and I still
Who
controlled
would've
2
thought,
objectives.
right?
Yeah, because of our hero Bloodcrusher who survived against all odds, I was able to use my Shadow of Chaos Deep Strike, and I have Deep Strike wholly within the no man's land, but still 6 inches away from Canis Rex over here, and 6 inches away from the Land Raider over there. So these 2 Blood Crushers are supposed to kill Canis Rex, and those 10 Blood Letters are supposed to tie up the Land Raider, making the disembark by Alarus very hard. So that is my plan, to make sure that it is hard for Anna to counter this. And I have 3 cannons poised to shoot at the captain, as well as my flesh hounds to rip him to shreds and show him who's the toughest and most badass chaos god of all.
Actually, correct me if I'm wrong, but I can overwatch you here
Yeah,
for
you
free.
can overwatch me with 4 shots of strength 4 AP 0 damage 1. And I'm sorry. I promise you, we'll make a great Custodes list one day.
No, we won't.
We will.
We won't until they change these rules.
They will probably make the Custodes cheaper, and we'll just have more units available.
Oh my
so-
God, that's pathetic.
For now, yeah, you have to endure this.
Okay, can I do something about it? I don't like
Well,
this
you can.
situation.
You can. Let me see. You can overwatch me. You can. No, that's it.
Die?
Yeah. With my charge. That's
Okay,
pretty
maybe
much.
here. Maybe I can do something here.
I don't think you can do something there. No, I don't think you have any ability to react to that.
Maybe I can overwatch here.
Yeah, you can, but that's not gonna
1
be.
CP.
Yeah, it's not gonna really do much unless
But I have
you're really
sustained
lucky.
hits.
Yeah, you can try that. You have 2 CP, so try that.
Oh, actually, what does my sustain hits
Do?
mean in terms of Overwatch?
It's a
Like
good,
if
it's a good
if
question.
I roll 5, does it count?
Well, it definitely counts. I think it counts, yeah. Yep, so we've checked and only 6s would count here as critical hits, so...
Yeah, but it sounds good to me.
Okay, so 1 CP spent, and we'll see how successful Anna is with that.
D6.
4 shots?
Respectable.
Respectable,
Yeah,
yeah.
respectable.
Not bad. You can also, I think, use your free stratagem as well, so you can technically reroll 1 hit roll if you want to. But I would save that for a save.
Can I use it for Overwatch?
I think you can. Don't
So,
ask me
okay.
the hard questions.
Oh,
that's 4 hits.
Wow.
Not bad.
Oh yeah, into this one.
Into the one that has
Yes.
the bigger hammer, right?
Yeah, because
bigger axe.
his wings are scarier than his wings.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your wings are also scary. So, wounding me on 3s.
Oh,
And I think you can spend your free reroll here if you want to.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
not
4.
bad. That's 4 wounds from Overwatch. That's
And
very,
we're
very...
not counting multi-laser.
Yes, of course, multi-laser is the weapon of victory. So if I fail all of these, 4 times 4 is 16. So I would die. No, I wouldn't die. No, I
You
have
can't.
18 wounds.
No, you can't.
Yes, but I fail 1. Well, this one is cocked.
No, it's actually it's not. It's
It
not
was
really
it was successful anyways.
Okay.
So I take 4 wounds. Not bad, but should have been 8.
Multi-laser.
Yes.
No 6s.
No 6s, unfortunately. Okay.
Okay.
4 wounds taken.
You know what? I'm satisfied.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start my shooting with something light, which is in this case 5d6 flamer shots into the captain from my burning roars of the flesh hound. So that's this number of shots, which is quite a lot. It's 6, 18, 19 hits. So 19 hits, and we're trying to smolder his bike and make it burn, and then he'll be forced to exit, dismount, and then we'll eat him alive. That's the plan.
Thank you. That's very nice.
So 3 wounds. Yes, it's wounded on 5s. So not a great roll, but still not bad. 3 wounds, 2+ saves, of course. All passed. So the bike is a bit on fire, but no damage done to the captain himself. Cannon number 1, d6 plus 2 shots. That's 5 shots into the captain, hitting on 3s. So 5 hits, and I think he'll need to pass a battle shock or something like that, but that's going to be later. So 1 wound. 4, okay, so it's a pass. Second cannon, the same target. 5, so 7 shots this time. Is that 7? Yes. 3s to hit. And wounding on 3, so 3 wounds. AP -1, so 3+. 2 damage taken. And last cannon, not the last cannon. That is a 7 hits again, 7 shots. Not bad, this one is by far the best. And wounding on 3s, wow, not bad. So that's 5 wounds, AP 1.
Okay.
All passed. Okay, so 2 wounds on the captain, but we need to fire Be'lakor as well into him because I want to do some extra damage. So betraying shades from Be'lakor into this guy, so that's hitting on 2s, not bad. Wounding on 4s, strength 6, and 2 devastating wounds. So that's 4 normal wounds and 2 devastating wounds, which you now have no way of saving.
Yeah, thank you, GW. Thank you.
We really needed that.
It's your AP.
So he just took 6 wounds. He's dead.
Okay. Will
Yeah.
you explode, buddy? Can you?
I am so. Wait. No. It's AP 3. It's devastating wounds. So it's 6. He's taking 6 damage now.
No, I mean.
He can't explode.
I thought
You
you
thought
were
he can
thinking
explode?
about the explosion.
No. He cannot explode. He's a biker. Unfortunately. Okay. So
Maybe
the
his
cap.
bike can,
No. Unfortunately, the Be'lakor's psychic power was too much for him. Was it hazardous for Be'lakor? He was, actually. He took 3 mortal wounds. for killing the captain, which that is only fair, I think, for killing the hero of Imperium. 2d6 flamer shots from those demons over there, so that's 1 and 1. I guess they have very clean teeth today. Their breath is not very volatile, so 1 wound from that. AP 1, that's into cunning strikes. He does take a wound, yes.
Yeah.
21 remaining. Now the all-important phase, the charge phase. I'm gonna start first with my Bloodthirsters because their charge is the most important one, and we'll move on to these guys because they have like the easiest charge.
Can you feed them here?
I think I should be able to squeeze them in, yes. So I'll charge cunning strikes with this guy first. So that's success, 6 inches. So he moved up, I'll do that later. And the second guy, he charges on 9. Okay, so they both are in. So they are both in. Here's how this looks over here.
He feels uncomfortable.
Yeah, cunning strikes is very uncomfortable. Show how he's feeling now. Show uncomfortable cunning strikes face. No, it's a very uncomfortable face. It looked like you need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, he will.
He will, yeah, definitely. Right into his pants when 2
Yes.
Bloodthirsters have just charged him. So the 6-inch charge, it's actually a 5-inch charge with the instrument into the Land Raider. It's a 9. So they move in. And lastly, the Bloodthirsters, I don't know what their charge is, but if I don't roll 2 ones, they probably are in. So everything's in, we'll move them in. So here's how this situation over here looks. Eversor is completely surrounded by the 3 Blood Crushers, which they're gonna do some mortal wounds now on the charge to it. And over there, the Land Raider is also in a quite peculiar situation because of the horde of bloodletters surrounding him. So everything is not looking great. 3d6, 3d3 mortal wounds potentially. Only 1d3 mortal wounds to the Eversor, 1 mortal wounds he suffers on the charge, on my brass stampede.
Yeah, he's using his snowboard as a shield.
Yeah, that worked. So he survived the initial onslaught, and then the attacks will come. First, the Land Raider attacks into the Land Raider from the Bloodletters, but first the Skull Taker. So he has 6 attacks. He is hitting on 2s, and he has devastating wounds rules. So I need some 6s here. That's 2 6s, so that's 6 damage, and 1. No, that's not a wound because he's strength 6 and Land Raider's toughness 12. So only 6 damage, but that's 6 damage.
Okay.
So 10 wounds left on the Land Raider, and now the attacks of the Bloodletters. Now the other 20 attacks of the Bloodletters, they're hitting on 3s and wounding on 6s, but 6s are devastating wounds because of the Skull Taker. So I do extra 4 damage to him. And that's it. That's the entire charge. So I was unable to kill the Land Raider, which is to be expected, but at least I've done some damage. Let's look at that horde surrounding the beautiful masterpiece of artifice of the Imperium's best craftsman, the Land Raider, the Venerable Land Raider nonetheless. First Bloodthirster, the one on the left, is attacking the Canis Rex. So 7
This
attacks. No, the one to your...
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So 7 attacks with the Great Axe of Khorne, all hit, which is nice. No buffs, I think. I don't think he has sustained hits, I'll check. And wounding on 3s. So 4 wounds, AP minus 4. Just realized that she has no save against my AP minus 4. How do you feel? Please describe your feelings about taking 4d6 plus 8 damage now.
I just kind of want to die.
So that's 4d6 plus 8 damage. That's a dead Canis Rex right there.
Wow!
Can you imagine that?
Oh my god.
That's crazy. The crazy fact is that the Knights still don't have 2+ save or invulnerable save in combat, which both of these things are stupid in my opinion.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so does he explode?
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. That's kind of good, kind of bad.
Well, it's better for you because you only have 1 unit nearby and I have 2, so technically it's better for you than for me.
Okay, d6.
D6 into
this guy.
the guy that just fought, 3.
Okay, 3.
The
into
D6
this guy.
into the
Oh,
fresh
6.
one. So it's actually, he's down to what?
No, into this
Into
one.
the one that already suffered 4 damage. So that's, he was on 14, now he's on 8.
Yes.
Not bad. And the
my
Land
Land
Raider.
Raider.
Let's do.
Thank you. Thank
And you know the worst part is that I now will be able to consolidate into the Land Raider and fight him.
Oh my god, no, please don't do that. Why?
This is how it looks. The Sir Hector has disembarked. Please remove the wound counter from the late Canisrex. I'm sorry, Anna. And now I'll fight with my 8 attacks into the Land Raiders. So yeah, so it's even better than last time. Well, that's 8 attacks, hitting on 2s, all hit. No, not a single one. Wow. And wounding on 3s. So that's 6 wounds, but now you have a 6+ save.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Can I shake your hand? That's a victory.
Thank
Congratulations. Do you
Thank
feel
you.
very elite now? Do you feel like you pay 240 points for this?
Yes, I feel very empowered.
Energized, empowered.
Yes.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
Thank you.
So, please roll 6 6s. Let Custodes stay in the game, at least for a bit longer. Not a single one. Wow.
Okay, so
that is a dead Land Raider. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So it's he's just let's count. Wait. Let's count. So that's 23 plus
8
plus 12. 23 plus 12. So that's 34. 35 damage. 35 damage. The Land Raider just took. Wow. Yeah, the Bloodthirsters are crazy.
Okay, is it explode?
No, it's not gonna explode. So now your Alaris have to disembark.
Yeah.
5 Alaris have disembarked. They are poised to annihilate my Bloodthirster. I'm sure he actually has, not 14, but 8 wounds remaining because of the explosion. And yeah, so I now will consolidate. But I'm probably gonna stay in place because I can consolidate and do mortal wounds at the end of the fight phase.
So you can consolidate forever, like...
No, I've just piled into you because I've activated the guy that I've
No, I
charged
mean,
with.
you have already consolidated because you were fighting my Canisrex and then you consolidated into the Land Raider.
You're confusing 2 models. So I have fought with this Bloodthirster. I've charged him, fought with the Land Raider, killed it. Then I've stopped working with him. I've started working with this guy.
Yes.
He was eligible to pile in. I've piled into the Land Raider, fought against him. The Land Raider died, and now I can consolidate.
So you can only consolidate once,
yes,
right?
of course, yeah.
Okay.
And I now could consolidate and get into engagement range of 5 Alaris, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna end well for me. So I would rather stay where I am. So that is it for them. Now I have a fight over here with the Bloodcrushers. So 6 attacks from the Hellblades. They hit on 3s and wound on 3s. So that's 4 wounds and damage to each. So 4 up and normal save. Okay, so he has 1 wound remaining, and now my hoofs. So 12 attacks from the horns. Sorry, that's 7 attacks. I'll roll 4 more later because I don't think we'll need that. So that's 6. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I heard you. You know, I heard you.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. So 6 wounds to save potentially.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck, Anna.
Thank you.
Oh, he's dead. I'm sorry, Eversor, you are dead.
Yeah, snowboard didn't help you.
Yeah, you've tried to run, you've tried to slide, but there was no snow here, so you can just get stuck in the mud. So that's my turn. I have successfully killed a character. Actually 2. No, I didn't, because Canisrex doesn't count as a character until I kill the Sir Hector.
Yes, Sir Hector, of course.
So, and secure No Man's Land. I am in control of 2 No Man's Land objectives, actually all 3 now. So, yeah, so everything is looking wonderful for Blood, Letters, Thirsters, and all the other types that like Carnage, and we'll see how Anna can respond in her turn. We'll have to think about that. Okay, so here we are at the end of Anna's movement phase, turn 2. So what did you do, Anna?
I've drawn investigate signals and storm hostile objective.
Okay.
Storm hostile objective is impossible to do. Yeah. But investigate signals is pretty doable.
It's possible, okay.
Yeah, and I want to take all that I can take from this game, from this losing game. That's why I dropped my Custodes there.
Over here?
Yes, and I dropped my
5 sisters over there. Okay.
Over there.
So, go ahead.
Also, I disembarked from this Land Raider and I moved.
So you are now ready to charge my
Yes.
Bloodthirster?
This squad will be charging into this one, and this squad will be charging into this one.
Okay.
And they moved forward slightly so they can shoot these. Yeah, so that's.
And you also use the multi-potentiality strat
yes,
on the
I
Land
fell back and I'm going to shoot and I'm going to charge actually, and I'm going to use
Martial Mastery.
yes.
So we use that in my turn actually, so we just forgot to tell you guys. So she will have the exploding 5s to kill as much as she can in this turn. So where are you going to shoot first?
So I'm going to shoot my spears from this squad to this squad, and I'm going to...
Grenade launchers?
Yes, into this guy.
Okay, so the wounded Bloodthirster. Got it?
Yes, I'm going to start with this guy.
Okay.
So 5... Okay.
That's a lot of shots.
Yeah.
22 shots.
Okay.
Okay. And wounding on 6s.
Yeah,
with
and
full
I have
rerolls.
Full reroll, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so 4 successful wounds. That's a 4+ save for me. All passed. Okay.
Super.
I hope it's
wonderful.
not going to be an indicator of what's to come in the shooting in the fight phase. And now the spears. You've not shot those right yet, right?
Yes. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
You have slain the banner bearer, so
I wish.
I don't have them, the bearer of banners in the squad anymore. 10 shots.
2 plus,
And
yes.
2s.
All of them. And 4s, right?
Yes. 4s to wound for full rerolls because there's a character in the squad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
9.
Yeah. Cool.
So you kill 5 bloodletters. Next,
Okay, next squad. Everything into them.
Okay.
Yes.
you're gonna start with the blast grenade launchers, I assume.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, this is 5, 15, 17.
Yes. And by the way, we should have started with this squad first, because now you're shooting at a squad which is 1 less in terms of like the blast. So now you're going to only add 1 to the amount of shots instead of adding 2.
No, because there's a chance that I wouldn't be able
to shoot those. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they're too far apart. Okay, so 17. Let's.
Okay, so 4s to wound.
No, it's hit.
Ah, that's the hit roll. Okay.
Yes.
So 1s and 4s to wound with full rerolls. And I have a 5+ save, but I have a 4+ save character inside, so I need to be careful there how many dice I roll. If I fail too many, this could be a problem. Okay, how many is that?
It's 5, 10, 12.
12, okay, I have 12 dice here, exactly. So, how many, I have 5 guys in the squad, so let's roll them. Let's roll 5 first. So that's, you've killed 3. I roll 3 more. You've killed all 5. And now 4 more wounds on a 4-up into the character. He takes 3 wounds. So you only need to do 1 successful spear wound into the Skull Taker to kill him, which is rather easy.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot about the spears.
Yeah. You have spears, which is...
That's cool.
So 10 shots.
Okay,
Hit.
I'll hit.
And wounding me on 4s with full rerolls. I'm gonna roll 4, just... Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
So, Skull Taker is no more. He fought well, bravely. I actually forgot to reroll 1s to wounds with my squad, but I don't think it would have mattered with the Land Raider anyways. So this Land Raider is gonna shoot where?
Into these guys.
Okay, I love 48-inch range. It gives you all the map to work with, essentially.
He's shooting with his butt.
Yeah, he can technically...
Deadly fart.
I see you like jokes like that, Anna, right?
Yes, I do.
Me as well.
Yeah. 4 shots. Oh my god, no.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Land Raider. Why did you forget how to shoot guns? You are venerable. You're supposed to be very accurate.
Because he uses his butt. That's why. I should have rotated him.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have helped.
Okay, two shots.
Two hits.
Two hits, yeah.
2 wound now. Wow.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's roll 4 up just to no. Okay, so
Okay,
it was
okay.
damage. You need 3+ to kill one guy.
Thanks.
That pretty much summarizes this game.
Yeah, it is. Yes. You're
Okay,
right.
so
I have 3 shots with, right? I have 3 shots.
yeah, 3 shots with heavy bolter, but you cannot reach them, right?
Oh, it's 36?
So 36, yes. I
I
don't
need
think
to-
you can reach
yes.
them. Actually, just in range. Can you believe that? 36.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, please.
All hits +1.
Oh, yeah, +1. Thank you.
Actually, heavy bolter was pretty successful at killing them last time. So, what did you roll on the last cannon? You rolled a 1 to damage. Yeah.
I don't remember. Yeah, I rolled 1.
Yeah, 1. Okay, so you need 1 successful wound too, and you rolled 3 successful wounds. Reroll that too.
Oh, yeah, reroll.
Twin linked.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so 4. You kill a guy. Not bad.
Unbelievable.
4+ murder will save, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the
So
pistol.
now the most important units.
Yes.
Sir Hector and
His
The
archie attack
sisters.
pistol and 4 sisters with bolters. That's what's gonna win you the game.
yes, into this guy.
Yes, one.
I don't
one
like
shot.
him. Okay, Sir Hector, 2+, yes. 6, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, he's a
You
beast.
see that? 6.
So I need a 4+. Wow, he does 2 damage to a Bloodthirster with his pistol. He is a hero of the Imperium indeed. A chain breaker. So that was into this guy.
No, this guy.
By the way, remind me please, how many mortal wounds did you do to him with the explosion?
3.
3. Okay, so he's down to 15, down to... Did you shoot this guy?
This guy.
Okay. So, 8 shots from sisters and they're bolters. Okay.
Not bad, not
Not
bad.
bad. And
Yeah,
now
it was
61.
6.
Yeah.
Oh, bad.
As
bad,
to
bad,
be
bad.
expected with the bolters. Okay, so
Yeah.
now the charge phase cometh, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm pretty sure
Okay,
you...
that's pretty obvious, right?
Yeah, you
So,
sending
yeah.
them into this guy, and them
This
to that
squad
guy.
into this.
And you can
yeah.
probably, if you want to, you can charge this into both of them.
Yes, I think I'll do
Just
that.
to have redundancy.
Yes, yes.
Okay?
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, we'll move them in. This is how this golden tide looks. All these 5 are engaged with both of them, and I guess 4 can fight this guy, and 5 obviously can fight him, and 5 over here can fight the Bloodthirster on the right. Where are you gonna start first? This squad. Okay, so those are the spears. The other one is the axes.
Okay.
So you have 25 attacks. Yeah, 25 attacks.
Okay.
And which cutter are you gonna select?
Lethal hits, I guess.
Lethal hits, and you'll be scoring those lethal hits on a 5+.
Yes.
Okay.
I need 1 more die, please.
Okay. I think you can. It's interesting. I'm not sure if lethal hits is better here than sustain, considering that you have full rerolls to wound. Only 5s with full rerolls, so it might be better to.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
you're right. Yeah.
Let's try that. Let's try the sustain.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Wow, that's a lot of 5s and 6s.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure
Oh.
that he's dead.
Oh my God.
He
Okay,
hits us
so God knows how many dice are in my hands.
Wow, that's like 30+, right?
Yes.
So when you have
So-
5s. Wow, we'll get back to you.
Okay, and these are rerolls. Wow. So that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Bloodthirster is not long for this world.
Okay.
How many is that?
It's
We decided not to count. That's too many to count. 4+ saves, so that's 8 damage taken, 10 damage taken, 12 damage taken.
no.
Wow.
No, it can't be. No.
I've spiked that 4+ so many times this game. That's just unfair.
Yeah, that's a good thing that I charged both of these guys.
Yeah. Really. That is stupid. I don't know how that happened, but okay. That is obnoxious, really. So that is...
So yeah, I decided to split the attacks, of course. Yeah, obviously. So these two guys are going to hit this guy, and
So this one and that one into
Yes,
him, and
and
three
three
other ones into
yes.
the 6 wounder.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
considering this one has 3 wounds and this one has 6, with axes that are damage 3, it should work, especially if you roll well on the sustain hits. I assume you still want to do sustain hits, right?
yes, of
Okay.
course.
Okay, so 8 attacks, hitting on 2s, you need a lot of 5s. That's
Okay.
good.
Okay.
That's very good. So these 2 ones stay and you add 2 more dice.
Yes.
And you are wounding me on 5s still, but each is damage 3.
And I reroll, right?
Yeah, of course, we all those.
Okay.
So I'll roll 3 5s. So 1 failed anyways,
Yeah.
and that's
Three
3
more.
more. If I fail any ones, yeah, I failed. So no matter if I even wanted to reroll for CP, he's dead.
Thank
Does he
God.
explode? No. And the 12 other attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, so hitting on 2s with 5s exploding. Again, very good result. Yeah, that once per game ability is quite strong. I wish it was not once per game though.
So it's a 6.
Yes.
So 3 and 3 more.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Not bad. Oh no, it's not that impressive.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And wounding on 5s again. So how many is that?
It's 4 plus 4, 9.
Okay. So this is 9. Yes. Okay, he's very dead. He just
Okay.
took 18 damage.
Thank
18
God.
damage to his 6 remaining ones. So
Will
if
he explode?
does he explode? No. This is how it looks when my 2 Bloodthirsters have been removed. Anna is just consolidating her forces
Yes.
onto the objective marker, and we'll count now how many points she has scored. At the end of Anna's turn, she has 2 command points. I have 2 because I've just used the Realm of Chaos again, but this time it was 2 command points, so Anna chose wisely to make it more expensive. Because I want to teleport 2 units. I'm going to teleport Be'lakor, and I'm going to teleport 1 unit of Blood Crushers, the 3 men. Anna has gotten, in her last turn, 4 points for Investigate Signals and 5 for Scorched Earth. So, going into my turn, it was 2017, but now with 10 points for Scorched Earth, I am 30 and Anna is on 17. What I'm gonna do here, this is the turn 3, my turn movement phase. I have teleported the Be'lakor here, and I also teleported 3 Blood Crushers over there to charge the Land Raider. What I'm gonna do here is I've triangulated all 3 cannons so that they can shoot this unit with axes. I am outside of 6 from both of the units, so I'm gonna charge the LRs with spears, and I'm gonna shoot Be'lakor and the 3 cannons into the axes, hoping that at the end of this turn, there's not going to be much left from the LRs. We'll see. First 12 shots with the Biting Darkness, whatever the name is for Be'lakor's ability. So hitting on 2s and wounding on 5s, but I really need 6s. So that's 3 dev wounds and 2 more normal wounds.
Okay.
Seems like 1 LRS is going to perish. Yeah, 1 LRS dies and 1 takes a wound.
Okay.
Next is one of the cannons, let's say this one. So D6 shots, 1 which is 2, which is 3 actually, D6 plus 2 shots, all hit, and 1 wound. AP 1, but cover, so damage 2, you've taken 2 wounds. Okay. Next cannon, 6 plus 2, so that is 8. Okay, so not bad.
Are you shooting into my ally?
Yes, the same.
Okay.
And wounding on 3, so 4 wounds.
Oh.
Okay, not bad. And 5 more shots. Sorry, it's 4 shots actually. And wounding on 3s. 3 more wounds. Again, in cover, so not really gonna do much. Takes 1, so 1 LRS dies.
Dead. Yeah.
Okay, that is all of my shooting, I think. Yeah, don't think I have anything else. So Be'lakor is now gonna charge into, I'm gonna think. So I'm gonna charge this spear squad over here. So Be'lakor needs 6, he rolls double.
You can charge
6.
only this squad.
Yeah, so I'm gonna...
Yeah, you need to charge.
Yeah, I need to charge both. Yeah, it can fit there. So I'll have to engage both of the units. So we'll see how that goes well for me or not. And 5 in charge into Land Raiders there. So they move it. All 6 attacks into the squad with the spears. So 2 lethal hits, but 2 failed hits. And wounding on 2s, 4 wounds. Okay, wait, am I wounding on 2s? I'm not sure if I'm strength 14. Strength 14 on the Blade of Shadows. So it's 4 wounds.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. 4 wounds at 4+ invulnerable saves. 2 failed.
Is it cocked?
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
Okay. No, it's good. It's good.
Good? Okay, so 2 d6 plus 1 damage. Do you want to reroll? And we decided to reroll, please do.
Yep.
Okay, so 1 d6 plus 1, and he kills a guy. So I'm pretty sure Be'lakor is now in big trouble because now he has 7 LRs to fight against. Maybe I made a mistake there.
Yeah.
By the way, I forgot about the Blood Crusher's mortal wounds. So on 4s, they do 2d3 mortal wounds. 5 mortal wounds to the Land Raider. Now the Hellblades all hit. Wounding on 6s, no wounds. And the hoofs, or horns actually. So 9. And wounding on 5s, I think. 2 wounds. Actually, 3 more attacks. It's not 9, it's 12 attacks from the squad, but Anna will roll. Yeah, so
yes,
you're fine.
okay.
3 more attacks. And wounding on 5s, 1 more. Don't
Please.
roll 1.
Please.
Or 2.
Yeah.
He survived. That's good. So he survived, now the LRs fight back.
Yep.
So sustained hits were chosen for this squad.
Yep.
8 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Okay, so 1, you leave that 1 in.
Okay.
And wounding on 5s. 2.
And
Reroll. Okay,
2
4
more.
wounds. 4 ups, 6 damage taken.
Okay.
He's
okay.
bleeding, he has 10 wounds left. Okay. And now your other
other
LRs, which
squad,
is
yeah.
25 attacks.
Yeah. I think it's wise to choose sustain hits as well here.
Yeah, probably. In this case, without 5s, I'm not sure what the math is. Just, it's hard to say.
It's because I reroll wound rolls.
Yes, definitely wound roll is gonna screw up the math here, but I'll need to check that. I actually don't know what is better.
Let's stick to these sustain hits. 2s, oh my god.
Okay, so 5s. Just 3 for now. 4.
No, 4.
And now reroll. Okay, so rerolling.
Oh,
That's
wow.
much better.
Cool.
How many is that?
A lot. So it's 5 plus 5, 10, and 13.
Can I ask for 2 more dice from my dice and the 1 over there, you see?
Oh, okay.
That's exactly 13. So he takes enough wounds to die. Congratulations. He's dead.
Great.
Wow, Be'lakor has killed himself at the LRs. That is incredible. Actually, I am quite positively surprised by their resilience. They're not that easy to get rid of, provided I don't really have good shooting to target them. And my melee, in case of Be'lakor, did really mostly bounce.
You mean Alaris guys?
Yes, they're quite tough.
Yes.
They are.
Of course. They are Alaris guys. They are tough.
And now that is the end of my turn. Oh, you can fight back with your Land Raider, actually.
I will. I will.
Land Raider 6 attacks, hitting on 4s.
Yes. And yeah, sustain hits.
Sustain hits.
Sustain hits.
Land Raider somehow knows karate and all the power moves, so yeah, he's very proficient at hitting them with his tracks.
Yeah. 4s, oh my god.
You have 2 hits and wounding on 3s.
Okay.
So 2 wounds, 1 wound. Okay. So that is the end of my turn. It was not very successful. I've lost my warlord, but I am very much forward in terms of scoring. So we'll see how Anna's turn goes. In terms of secondaries, I have not been able to do Storm Hostile Objective, and I did successfully defend my stronghold. So I'll discard the Storm and keep the defend. So now at the start of Anna, well, end of Anna's movement phase actually, we are now on 33 to Anna's 22 points. She has drawn Brina down an overwhelming force, and we are both on 2 command points. So please tell us what happened here.
So I decided to put both of my squads of Valaris into the reserves, and then I...
So you've used the gold from the golden
table.
light they come, so for extra light over
Yes,
here.
yes.
The 7 remaining Valaris, which is essentially the entire army, Anna's army, they have teleport over here.
Yeah.
What is the plan over there?
Oh, the plan is very difficult, complex. So because I have Brina down,
You need to destroy vehicles.
I need to destroy
monsters.
vehicles, specifically your vagina cannon.
Just so you know why Anna calls it that.
Yes, at least one of them.
Yeah.
And can you please move it?
Yeah, well, you are within 9 inches, we know. Well, just outside of 9.
Okay, so the plan is to kill your vagina cannon with shooting and charge your dogs.
Okay.
But I'm not sure that it's gonna work and it will be dead just from the shooting. I'm not sure.
Okay, so
Okay,
we'll see.
so Caladis is not on the table
Okay, you
because
decided...
she has nothing to do here.
Yeah, she stayed upstairs.
Yeah, oh, and of course, Land Raider.
Again, use multi-potentiality,
yes,
omni-potentiality,
thank you.
and fallen back to shoot.
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's the plan.
Sure, let's see how that works. Okay, so 10 shots from the spears from this squad into the cannon.
Yes.
You can actually use, if you want to, you can get lethal hits on that for 1 CP. You have 2 CP, so
Do
you
I
can
need to do that?
It'll be helpful, obviously.
It'll be helpful. Yeah, okay, okay.
So I spent 1 CP of Anna. That was my very smart plan to make sure that she doesn't have 2 CPs.
Please don't.
No, actually, I think it might be a useful thing here, because a lack of AP is not going to be meaningful here, as this thing is mostly covered by the invertible.
It's applied both to
both
spears
guns.
and okay.
But not the melee. That's for
Okay,
sure.
yeah. So, 10 shots.
Yes.
2
Okay.
plus.
One lethal hit. Okay.
Okay.
Not great. Maybe your grenade launchers will do better. And you need 6s with full rerolls.
Okay.
Oh, not bad. 4 wounds, 4 saves. I failed them all.
Oh.
Wow.
That's something.
So that's 8 damage and he has 9 wounds. So you'll just kill it with the remaining grenade launchers.
Wow.
Well done, Anna. Continue.
Thank you.
Okay, so 5d6 grenade launcher shots.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Wow. So it's 22 and 23. Wow.
Yeah, not bad. You need a lot of 6s here. So that's 4 6s.
Yes.
I'm gonna roll them. Yes, it's dead.
Okay.
Does it explode? No. So, cannon is no more. That's good.
Vagina cannon.
Vagina cannon is gone. Okay, so 4 shots from the last cannon into the remaining blood crusher, right?
Yes, I decided not to shoot with
These 2?
yeah, these 2 guys
Because the dogs, I would remove the closest one.
I know.
Yeah, I am cunning like that.
So,
So 4 shots, 4 hits.
okay.
Maybe now it's time for the champion of Khorne to go down. Who knows? He needs his
I
rest.
doubt that.
3 wounds. Guys, watch it.
Good
Watch
luck.
me. No, he's dead. He's very dead.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Can you roll? Ah, no, I have to decide now. Okay, so he's dead. Unfortunately, the champion on the brass, what is that? Behemoth of Khorne, I don't know. He's gone. Now the all-important moment, the charge of the Alaris into the dogs.
Do I have a CP?
You have 1.
Okay, okay.
So first, which unit?
Of course, the thickest one.
The 5 men.
Yes.
Thickest. I like how you put it. So
9?
9.
No.
No,
Okay,
no, it's
let's
not.
roll.
Reroll. You're spending 1 CP. Okay. Please do that.
Oh,
Yeah!
yes.
On a double 6, nonetheless.
Oh, yeah. Let's roll for the other
Second
squad.
one. No.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Well, it doesn't
Okay.
really matter. Can I move them in?
Of course.
So 5 Alaris are just gonna utterly destroy the dogs now, and that really puts you in a good position, to be honest, because you've taking me off that objective, you still hold your home one, and you will hold this one. Okay, so 25 attacks into my dogs. I'm pretty sure they're dead. Okay, so what is that?
25.
25 attacks.
And I need to
Sustained.
choose Kada.
Sustained, definitely.
Yeah, sustained, okay.
So it's 5 extra hits.
Yep.
Have you added that?
No, one more. I need.
Nice. Well,
no, it's this is yeah.
Well, okay. I see the dogs are not long for this word.
Oh, my hands are small. Sorry.
You can roll them in 2 batches.
Okay.
You need 3s to wound, and there's no rerolls here because they are not vehicles, monsters, characters. I'm gonna roll 10 here. Is it 10?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
It's 11, so they're dead. I have... Yeah, they're dead. So they're 2 each. And you can consolidate onto the objective.
Thank you.
And stand proudly there, as the Lions of the Emperor should. Just look at that. And they're looking at the pathetic demons of Khorne and the know no mercy, and of course they know no fear. And they are men. Okay, so this interesting turn of events here, I actually have only a few units to play the game with. I have 2 cannons, I have a unit of dogs, I have 2 blood crushers there and 3 blood crushers over here. So that doesn't sound like enough to kill 5 LRs plus 2 LRs, so 7 LRs. Yeah, and the Land Raider as well. Wow, I think Anna is winning this game for now. That is incredible.
I have 7 units.
Yeah, you have 7 units?
Yes.
Did you count?
Yes.
Cool, I think you have more units than I have. Okay, so what did you do? You scored Bring It Down for what? You killed
1 vagina cannon.
Yeah, so it's 3 points.
And overwhelming force. I actually killed 3 of your units.
Yes,
on the objective markers.
So it's you get.
So 5.
You get 5.
Maximum 5. That's
wow.
annoying.
That is great. Actually, great. And now in next turn, I only will get. That's a battle round 4. So I will only get up to extra CP each, and I only get 5 more points for Scorched Earth. So yeah, that's not looking great for Khorne. Anna is trying to is really getting close to me on the scoring. Okay, so on my turn, I've drawn area denial and bring it down. So that's why 2 cannons are there on the central objective. I also moved the blood crushers over here to charge the Land Raider. I'm gonna shoot the cannons into the LRs. I'm gonna spend 1 CP on extra AP so that I can hopefully do some damage to them. So that's not great, only 5 shots with blast. So 5 shots, 4 hits, and wounding on 3. So 3 wounds. Sorry, LRs.
What's your AP?
AP 2 now. So.
Oh.
Is that? Did you roll 3? Yes.
Yes.
So you lose an LRs.
Okay.
Next cannon, this one with AP 1 only. So and now no blast. So that is 4 plus 6 shots. I think I've miscounted the last cannon's amount of shots. I'll check. And wounding on that. So 2 wounds. AP 1. So only 3 plus. 1 takes 2 wound damage, but still survives. Clings onto life. So that's the entirety of my shooting. I am now going to charge the blood crushers into the Land Raider, and that's the charge roll. They are in, and that's the mortal wounds. So it's dead. It's 2d3 mortal wounds. Does it explode?
Maybe it will explode.
No. So I will. Yeah, you now remove it, and I will just. I guess. Yeah, I cannot do anything because I cannot consolidate, as I'm not going to make it into engagement range with anyone. So they're going to stand there. And in terms of my scoring, and bring it down, I have scored 1, 2, 3, well, a lot of points. Yep, so 5 points for bring it down and 5 points for area denial. So that puts me on 48 to Anna's 30 points. And now she's gonna get 5 for Scorched Earth. Not bad. Anna's turn 4, end of the movement phase. What happened?
So I've drawn engage on all fronts and secure no man's land.
Okay.
So I won't be able to do secure no man's land.
You will be able to do it for 1 objective. You need to control 1 to get 2 points.
Oh!
Yeah, so keep that in mind. So
yeah.
these guys will still give you 2 points.
Wonderful, perfect.
Yeah.
Couldn't be better.
And you...
Okay, and engage on all fronts.
You do for 3, right? Quarters.
Yes, for free.
Okay, so you have gotten 5 points. And we are now 48 to 40, my favor. Huh?
Shouldn't we count this in the end of my turn, not
Well, yes.
not at the start?
I mean, nothing is going to change in that
yeah,
sense.
so I wanted to
Shoot, right?
I wanted to explain what I did to
of course,
our audience.
Sorry, please do. Please
yes,
do.
so I dropped Caledus
Yes.
there.
Okay, I'm gonna show it. She's over there.
Yeah, she will give me that quarter. And I advanced, I rolled 3, I think.
3, okay.
Yeah, 3. And I'm more than 3 inches away
From the next quarter,
yeah,
which
from the
means
next
that
quarter.
you are able
and
to go.
these guys also advanced.
That's the sisters inside.
No, not sisters.
Oh, sorry.
They're not sisters, they're
Definitely
men.
not sisters. Not sisters. Sorry, Alars. I'm sorry. In the reality of the Custodes Codex, we don't want to be making mistakes like that.
Yeah, so the plan is to shoot this thing, yeah.
Yes.
No, this squad is going to shoot this thing,
Yes.
and this squad is going to shoot this thing.
I really highly recommend to shoot one thing, because you...
I don't think I can see.
Let's try to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so...
So yeah, actually I can see this.
Okay, so you're gonna shoot
cannon.
both into the central one.
Yes.
Got it. So 4 spears, that is...
8 shots.
8 shots, yes. And you're hitting on 2s, you can shoot because they're assault,
Yes.
so that's correct. You're not gonna spend the CP, the only CP on the lethal hits. There was a 1 there, right?
Yeah, it's.
Ah,
right
okay,
here.
sorry. And 5s to 6s to 1, sorry. 6s to 1, okay, 2, and all that. 6s to 1, yes. You're strength 4 and T9.
Okay.
Okay, 3.
one
So
more.
let me fail all the saves. Yeah, actually, that's 4 damage, not bad. And now
Okay,
those
and-
2 spears.
yeah,
So
those
4 more
2.
shots. Okay, 6s to wounds. Reroll.
Thing. Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so that's 2 more damage. That is 6 wounds taken. I am down to 3 wounds on this thing. Unfortunately, that's the end of your shooting phase, right? You advanced
Yes.
with them as well, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, almost killed an extra vehicle, and that is the end of your turn, right?
Yes, but I performed engage all fronts and secure.
Yeah, you're off up to 40 points to 48.
Which is not bad.
Yeah, problem is that it's round 5 now, so I'm gonna get 10 more points for the Scorched Earth. I will draw my cards, let's do it live. So, Clans and no prisoners. So, Clans is doing missions on doing actions on the objective, so I will be able to do that with both. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, but you need to remember that you can shoot with them if you do that.
Yes, I don't mind that.
Okay.
It's turn 5, so it doesn't really
Okay.
mean anything. So yeah, I'll get 5 points for Clans. No prisoners is killing stuff. So I will probably just move my Blood Crushers like that to charge your Lars. I'm not gonna kill them, most definitely. But at least I'll try, and I'll shoot 1 cannon into that, and we'll see if I can score anything. By the way, it's 10 points to Anna, so it's 58 to 45 now with my new scoring. So she was controlling 2 objectives, not 1. I should have remembered that. Cannon that is not doing the action, d6 plus 2 shots. Oh, only 3. Oh no. So 2 hits. Why are you laughing at me? Aren't you sad that Khorne is not performing well? 1 wound.
No.
No.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so 1 wound not taken, and charge from the Blood Crushers. They charge in. Wonderful. And 3 4-ups, so that's mortal wounds. 6 mortal wounds.
Wow.
Wow. Not bad. So I kill Analar's Terminator. He should be on the objective.
Yeah.
So this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
And 1 guy suffers 2 wounds, and I'll fight now. So Hellblades, all hit. And wounding you on 5s. So 1 wound. 1 wound. Okay. And 6 plus 6 more attacks with the horns. And these wound on 4s with lance. So 4 wounds. And I'll spend 1 CP on extra AP, so you can fail all.
Oh my god.
So that's
Yeah.
1. This guy?
Yes?
So this guy is dead, and this guy is down to 2 wounds. Okay, so now you fight back against me. I'm definitely not performing the no prisoners.
Why am I not on the objective?
I've moved the objective, sorry. So you'll fight back now, so that is 10 attacks. Attacks, hitting on 2s. Sustained hits, right?
Yep.
Correct.
And one more.
One more, and you have no rerolls here, so be careful. Strike through.
What's your toughness?
Toughness 7, so force. How many is that?
That's 7.
7, wow. So that's 1 dead, 2 dead, and 3 dead because I had the guy on 2 wounds remaining. So you killed them all. Wow.
So they decided to kill themselves.
Yeah, they killed themselves using Alaris, which is a nice way to do it. Okay, so that is an interesting turn of events, and I am now gonna score clans and secure no man's land and no prisoners. Sorry, no, I'm gonna do clans, yes, and not then gonna do no prisoners. I'm gonna just get SCP. And now, Anna, what cards are you gonna draw so we know the final score of the game? And yes, you're gonna still get 10 more points for Scorched Earth.
So it's defend stronghold and no prisoners.
Defend stronghold and no prisoners. Okay. Okay. Okay, so what is gonna happen now?
So I moved them a little bit
And these guys as
forward, and these guys as well.
well. They are poised to charge the dogs
Yeah, and
because you have no prisoners.
I will be shooting your another vagina cannon.
Okay.
So, yeah.
The one that is now on what? 2 wounds left?
2 or 3. I see 3. Yeah.
Yes.
So 4 shots.
From them, cool. But 1
Okay.
and 6s. Wow, and that's reroll. So 2, it's dead.
Oh.
It's dead. Does it explode? No. Okay, so you've killed my cannon.
Okay, and these 2 guys are going to shoot another one.
Okay. It's pointless because you're not gonna kill it. Well, technically you can't. So. You roll 4 6s here. You rolled 1 for now and reroll. He doesn't take any wounds, so now you charge the dogs, right?
Yep.
Yes, you're in.
You sure?
Absolutely, it was a 6-inch charge, I pre-measured. So now 8 attacks into the dogs with your axes.
Oh, and I need a sustain hit,
Yes,
right?
of course. So you add 1.
Yep.
And you wound me on 2s. Okay.
Okay.
That was awful.
Yes.
5, right? 6?
6.
Okay, so I definitely survived. You killed 3 dogs. So, I'm not gonna remove them. Ultimately, you have no prisoners, and the second one was?
Defense stronghold.
So you got 3 points for defend,
Yes.
and you got 2 points, right? For no prisoners.
Yep.
You destroyed 1 unit, right? Mm-hmm. It's a shame you didn't destroy another one. I would have been... Yeah, if you were to destroy another unit, you would have... No, it still would have been 63 to 62.
Wow. That would
Yeah,
have been so close.
that's still very close. It's 63 to 60 in my favor,
Wow.
just by 3 points.
I'm surprised.
Yes, I am.
I thought
as
it's
well.
gonna be a losing game.
That
Well,
is-
it is.
It
but
is, yeah. But it's in my mind it is a draw. To be honest, I think it's a draw, and aesthetically and just from the moral standpoint, I think it's Custodes' victory because just the way that the Custodes stood up to these bullies and made them pay for their audacity of attacking the Emperor's own guards was beautiful, really. Thank you, Anna. It was a beautiful
you.
game. Thank you very
Yes.
much. I think you played masterfully.
Thank you.
Everything went very well in terms of how you played. Not very well in terms of how you rolled.
Yes.
Your rolls were obnoxious in the beginning, and mine were very good, especially when I was hitting with the Bloodthirsters. I think it was like crazy good. I did not miss any single attack.
Yeah.
And
Who knows what would have been if the guy here
didn't
died.
survive. Yeah. It
from
would
the
have definitely
first
been a
try.
different game, I'm sure. And perhaps very much possible it would have been a victory. In any case, great game. What was your favorite unit of the game?
Let me think. I think probably Alaris.
In my opinion as well.
Yeah.
Alaris are definitely, they're great. They prove to be very lethal in the melee, and they're quite lethal in shooting as well against softer targets.
Yeah, and they're tough.
They're very tough. Yes, it's a perfect scenario because the demons are just that sweet spot of It's a vehicle keyword, but it's still very low save, which it would not be against any other normal vehicle. But still, there are targets like that in the world of 40k, and their shooting against them is very much useful. And their melee, of course, is very good as well. What do you think about the new Custodes rules?
I still think that they're bad, and this list, the fact that I have Canis Rex in my list.
It really shows, right?
Yeah.
We don't really like playing mixed armies here, so
yes.
I really like to play mono armies and Anna as well. And so the fact that we really needed to add Canis Rex really shows that something's not right. Yes, probably if we had them, I would have swapped Canis Rex and maybe one Land Raider for Caladius Graph Tanks. So I'm gonna paint them at some point. I just didn't have time. So we're gonna have 3 tanks, but what kind of Custodes list is that? 3 tanks shooting from the back and just a couple of dudes running up the board. That just doesn't feel as Custodes to me, even as this list.
But to be honest, the one thing that I like is that I can choose kata on each unit.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's very useful.
And that moment when you can turn on all of your 5s to become 6s to become 5s.
Yeah,
so once per game, that's okay.
That's cool.
It's just so much less than having all game 4+ feel no pain against dev wounds and mortal wounds, which would have helped you a lot in a lot of places here. And I didn't even get to do mortal wounds with my Bloodthirsters, which they do on average 4 each in each fight phase. So that's like 8 mortal wounds each fight phase from the 2 of them.
Yeah, but I'm so disappointed that I can't add one guy.
The fact that you don't have revive a guy, you don't have fight first, you don't have -1 damage. You only have a very meh kind of a -1 to hit, which you used to have as a defensive ability. So, what they did with Custodes is not great, and this is just our attempt to try to make it work somehow. And I think this shows that you still can play Custodes reasonably well. The list that we made is probably not the most efficient because it uses 2 Land Raiders, which they're okay, but they're not great. And Canis Rex is
But in terms of
again, good.
transportation, I think they're great.
Yeah, in terms of transportation, they are. It's not 100% optimal. You probably want, if you want to run 100% optimal, you still probably want to run 3 tanks and just standard Custodes units, maybe 1 Land Raider.
But I don't think that my army can stand against another army. Yeah, shooting army.
Yeah, because this was purely melee, so you could do this like standing on the back line and waiting for me to come to you.
Yes.
But provided you also could not really shoot me well back. So your shooting was neutered as well as mine. Mine was non-existent. Almost your shooting was neutered because of Bellacor's aura of a lone up, 18-inch lone up. So yeah, I think it was quite a fair game. Ultimately, when we started playing this, I told Anna that I probably think that I'm gonna crush her in like turn 2, just because it looks so crazy. But the fact that she played it correctly and did not go to me, instead stayed away from me and just tried to, even though she could not shoot me well, she still tried to keep the distance. And even though I really capitalized on the fact that I could deploy within 6 inches of her, it still did not make it an easy win. It was, as I said, pretty much a draw. This result it's such a small margin of victory, so it's something that I would consider to be a draw, to be honest.
But I think I was very lucky with my cards.
I think you were okay with the cards.
I performed every one of the cards instead of one.
But it also says that I think your list is quite good in terms of scoring. This fact that you have 2 units of sisters, you have Calidus and Eversor, I think that is a good start. I'm not sure about the captain. He was...
I'm not sure about the Eversor.
And you're not sure about Eversor. I just think you need to get used to Eversor. You need to really learn how to use him. He has a lot of great tactical ability. The fact that he can advance charge, scout 9, move 9, fall back and charge as well. He can be a very annoying unit if you really learn how to play him like a scalpel. So not put him somewhere where he's in danger, where I can just charge him and kill him like it happened in this game. So it's a finesse kind of a unit. And I think for 75 points, it's really hard to beat the Eversor's utility for an army like this. Just having that extra lone up running around doing things, I think he's worth the effort, the points he costs. So thank you very much again for the game. In terms of my favorite unit, it was definitely the what was that? I forgot.
Vagina cannon?
No, the Bellicor, I think.
The guy with the wings?
The Bellicor was my favorite unit of the game. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.